Right, well, Sunday will be the much-loved Pink ODI and second match against Pakistan at the Wanderers here in Johannesburg. A fixture that always attracts huge crowds to the Bull Ring. This year, there will be no supporters in the ground. For more, I'm joined by former Bafana Bafana goalkeeper and Pink ODI ambassador, Brian Baloyi. Brian, welcome to the program. A Pink ODI without any fans, it barely seems real. How do we reconcile this with ourselves?
Thank you very much, and good evening to your viewers. The last year has been a very difficult year for all sports, and I can imagine myself when I was playing, there's a time where we played without fans, and it's not a good feeling for players, and again, even for supporters. I mean, we watching sports from home, and with the Pink ODI, understanding the significance of the day and what it's all about. It's a pity that it has to happen without fans, and knowing that the day is about raising awareness for a very good cause, which is about breast cancer, and is about raising money for different initiatives with breast cancer. I remember in 2019, I think. We raised quite a lot of money, and we were hoping that the record that was set back then, that the following years we'll be able to surpass that and keep raising more money and awareness for this breast cancer.
Right, so how are we going to do this year? Obviously, organisers have had to think outside the box. What's the objective? What's the game plan for a Wanderers without fans, but obviously a lot of eyes on this match?
Obviously, a lot of eyes on this match, and especially we've just had the news today that we didn't have a good start, the Proteas, and I think having to play without fans, obviously, I think the players by now they might be used to it. They've been doing it for the last few months already. But I think the whole thing now is about really raising awareness and getting people really to watch the match on TV. There's a few venues that we will be watching the game from. And I think hoping that people will really go out in numbers and sit on in front of their TVs and watch the match, and just get a lot of other things in the next few days will be communicated about how we'll be raising funds again for this initiative and raising awareness as well.
It's a cause that's close to your heart. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you're so invested in the Pink ODI?
Yeah, obviously, I think by now most people know my journey. My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, I think back in 2009, and back then one didn't know much about breast cancer and cancer in general. I think there is a lot of misconceptions and a lot of misinformation. We were obviously scared, but we had to do our own research, and we had very good doctors that really looked after my wife, and and with prayer and with God behind us, we've been able to survive today. She's a two-time breast cancer survivor. It came back again about 2 years ago, but it's all about mentality, your mindset. We live every day, as it comes. But if there's one thing that this thing has taught me, it has taught me to be fearless and just go out and just enjoy life and whatever it is that one wants to do, and overthink twice. Be it a business venture, be it we do a lot of work as well with the foundation, the Brian Baloyi Family Foundation. Not only do we do breast cancer awareness initiatives, but we do a whole lot of other work, with communities, community development, more especially on the education side. And one of the things that we'd love to do and love to see is educating our people, more especially in our rural communities and townships, educating them about breast cancer, and for them to know that I know a lot of people sometimes they're scared to test or to go to, to do the mammograms and all of that. And they must know that breast cancer is not a death sentence. And if detected early, it can be cured.
Right, so you need to raise funds. There's not going to be many people at the ground, if any, but a lot of people watching at home. Raising funds that way, where does the money go, and how do people get involved?
I think from tomorrow, that's where we'll be giving a lot more information about how to donate, and I think even at the match itself, that's where a lot of information will go out to people that this is how, if you want to help for the cost, this is how you can donate, and this is how you can help. But the most important thing, I think, now is raising the awareness. And I think I should mention that Momentum has been a partner for the last few years, and they've been a very good partner in helping raise this awareness. And and as well, they've been a very good partner in raising the funds for this cause.
Brian Baloyi, legendary goalkeeper for Bafana Bafana. We can't let you go before we ask, I think, a few questions you might be expecting about the national team. We're not going to go too in depth, but I just want to get from you, is it fair to say that some of the best footballing brains in our country that we have produced are not anywhere near the national team setup? And from a former player's perspective, why is that?
That's the question, that's in all of our heads, and that's what we'd love to ask, the National Association. Like you said, I mean, we've got such beautiful, football brains in this country, and to see the national team suffer the way it is right now, really, it's it's disaster that we haven't qualified for the Nations Cup in Cameroon, and in a couple of weeks we'll be starting the World Cup qualifiers. Just fired the coach. We don't know now that who's going to take over. We hope that the association will do the right thing. There are a lot of South African coaches that I believe can be able to, coach Bafana. And again, there are a lot of young players that are playing locally and abroad that I think should be playing in the team and should be part of the team. Hopefully, the new man in charge will use the talent that is at his disposal, and that we know that we are under pressure now, really, to qualify for the next World Cup. And I believe that coaches like Eric Tinkler, Benny McCarthy, Gavin Hunt. Pizzo has been doing very well with Al Ali. He's done very well with Sundowns, winning the league 5 times and winning the Champions League. So I believe this is the right time for him, maybe even to take over the team. The last time around, I know he did okay. He didn't do so well, but he did okay. He didn't do bad. I believe that he's learned so much and he's grown as a person and as a coach. I believe this is the right time. Hopefully, the association will see that as well.
From your perspective, have things changed much since you were playing for the national team? Would you expect that they have? And more to the point, would you be horrified if they weren't?
Yeah, a lot has changed. And I think what I would love to see is to see a lot more of former players getting involved, with the national team. Not only on the coaching side, on management side as well. Places like a team manager, it plays a very crucial role. I believe it's a position that should be occupied by, a former player. Especially, I think the team that, the 96 team that won the Nations Cup for us, and the team that went to the World Cup in 98, I believe we're not using it as much as we should. And most of the guys, they are out there and they want to help. They want to be part of, football structures in the country, be it at junior levels or be it at international level. And I believe that we see it happening in most countries. Most of the most successful footballing nations, their most successful footballers are part of the success going forward as well.
Brian Baloyi, Pink ODI ambassador, former Bafana Bafana goalkeeper, former great. Thanks very much for being with us, sharing your thoughts. Don't forget the Pink ODI. That's happening on Sunday, and that's where the Proteas need to level up that ODI series against Pakistan. Now,